Hello, welcome. Thank you for watching Make TV on your regular program, Your Opinion. If you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's just a click away. Please subscribe to our channel and also click on the notification button. We always want to have your opinion on our opinion. That is, we want to know what you feel about every topic we present to you. Kindly let's have your opinion. Thank you once again. Today, we'll be talking about this trending topic, right? Charlie Boy finally opens up on why he says he's tired of his 45-year-old marriage. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Lovely Kerry, your anchor on this program and on this station. And I have this young man with me, right?
Moses Uba.
Thank you for coming on the show. And this young woman, thank you for being there. Right, we are considering this topic, why Charlie Boy says he's tired of his marriage. You recall that last week that this was agog on the net.
Yeah.
He came out to announce, I don't know, cry that he is tired of his 45-year-old marriage, and it took everyone by surprise. Why a marriage you built for 45 years, you just get tired of it? And comments, different comments on the internet. Everybody just wanted to know. Some questioned him, while some supported him, and some wished him well, and some felt he should never have done that. Well, he has come out again to explain further. And mind you, he did not say he was going for a divorce. He did not say he was going for a divorce. He said he was tired, and he was called, I think he was also interviewed on TVC. And while being interviewed, he actually said he was tired. And tiredness is something everyone feels at any point or at some point in our lives, not only in marriage. Sometimes you just get tired. It's not as if you're quitting. Even your job, sometimes you get tired.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you are quitting. You just need to have a
Take a
break. Yes, you just need to have a break at that particular time. Yes, he also said that the the information he gave was out of emotion, the way he felt at that
That moment.
particular time. But that doesn't mean that he still feels the same. According to him, he said he's lonely.
Yeah.
He's lonely, so he just came and just spoke what was in his mind at that particular time. But what baffled me was that if you said, okay, if you say what you came out and you didn't mean what you say, are you saying that, okay, anytime you come out to say something, we should just take it with a pinch of salt? But next time you're going to come out to say something, does it mean that, oh, when Charlie Boy comes out to give another information, we just take it with a pinch of salt, right? And I think before we go back to the issue of his marriage, because he talked more about marriage, all right, experiences in marriage, and he gave some candid advice on marriage. But then, before we go to that, let's look at celebrities. So it looks as if sometimes these celebrities flaunt their wealth, or they just come out and portray a certain fantasy to. Why do you think they do that? They just come. Somebody just come. Hey, I'm building one house, 300-story building in Lekki. I'm doing this. A flaunt or somebody. Okay, I just threw away this my Rolls Royce. I'm getting a Ferrari and all that. And somebody may just come and say, okay, I'm dying right now. There was somebody who, one of the celebrities actually posted, I think there was a time somebody posted, hey, I'm dying right now. And eventually we found out that nothing was wrong with him. So why do you think that celebrities will just come on the net now? They just say something.
They just want to trend.
Okay.
It's as if the internet is cold at that moment. There's nothing
Okay.
trending.
Okay.
So you just say something, since they are public figures
Okay.
or
Okay.
celebrities, we know them.
Okay.
For them to trend at that moment,
Okay.
they just say something or do something.
And of course,
Like,
they know that people will react.
yes,
People
many
will
people
react.
react.
Just to
Many
get
of their
people's
fans
attention.
So
react.
they're seeking attention. A
Yes.
notice me kind of. Then you want to know how your followers will react.
Yes.
Yeah. And what they
What
feel
you are
about
doing,
you.
what they feel about it.
Yeah.
Does they feel about it? A celebrity one time once came, oh, this is, I don't know who brought me this. I don't know who brought me this. They just brought it. I don't know who brought me this.
And which might not, which is not.
And because most of these people act, they know how to act. This is a script they act, and they make it real.
Yeah.
So eventually, when they start calling out themselves, then you now start getting the truth. Like someone once said, "Oh, I think it was a sport utility vehicle was brought to her as a gift, all right." And so the way she acted like a surprise, everybody was fascinated. That it was really a surprise, but I don't know who really bought me these. But eventually, when they got at when they fell out, they started to call out. So they started to call out themselves on the internet, and like many of them, not just one, not just two,
It happens a
not
lot.
just
It
two.
happens a lot.
Some of them that were close, at least close friends before, some of the things they have come to display on the internet, when they fall out, they will start. Okay, basically, look at Bobby Risky and this girl, what's her name? Tonto Dike. We're very good friends, but when they fell out, some of the things we felt that this was the way it is was
But
not
wasn't how
actually
the way it
the
is.
message portrayed.
Yeah.
All right. So,
And
okay.
actually, some of these celebrities, they actually do this from time to time to make us feel like they're doing well. Like the ones portraying faults, flaunting faults,
Wealth.
Wealth,
uh,
and
Why some of them were
material
borrowed.
things. Some of them were borrowed. Some of them were dashed. Some of them were gifts. And then for somebody to give you a gift and you don't know who gave it to you, don't you feel like it could be
A
true?
sport utility vehicle somebody gave you, you don't
And
know
you don't know
who
where
gave
it
you.
came from.
they bought it themselves.
and
They
then
bought it
and then
themselves.
most times they don't buy
Gifted
these things
themselves.
themselves. Even though there might be some that they purchase themselves, but then why flaunting it? I feel is a way of making their followers know that we
They
are
are
really
involved.
there, we are really doing well and all that. And then the followers will also be aiming at, I want to be like this person,
But you
I
don't
want
know
to
what
get
the
this,
person is
I want-
doing.
and then they won't tell
Fantasy.
us They won't tell us the real gist, the real
They're
how
all catfish.
how they get how
They're
they
all
arrive
catfish.
at their success.
Yes.
Most of there's a lot of stories behind these successes that I mean people the followers don't know. But they just but when we see them, they look so catchy, so attractive, and you feel this is life. I want to do this. I want to.
But this is toxic for the younger ones and
Yeah.
upcoming generation
Yeah.
who see them as models.
As models, yeah.
And in the real sense, only few are actually working
Working
hard
hard,
to
sure.
make this
Make the
money.
real money.
Of course, the fact that they are actors doesn't mean that some don't have businesses they do. Some have businesses they do,
Yeah.
thriving businesses, that are legal businesses that they do. Right? They should stop flaunting these things to the younger generations who see them as modeled and who sees making it quick as the way out. Right. Let's go back to Charlie Boy's case now. At least now we know that Baba doesn't want to divorce. Baba said he has invested so much in his
Please, don't
45
call him
year
Baba.
old.
He said he's a youth.
Ah,
he's a youth.
you should give it to me.
Yes.
Yes,
He's not
70-year-old.
Baba.
Oh, he's
He's a
trying.
youth.
And
He's not a-
70-year-old.
he's not even looking like it.
Ah,
70s.
70-year-old. 70-year-old. Baba, if you are watching, hello. 70-year-old na Baba. Oh. I know they deceive yourself,
Baba
Joe.
is a matter of mindset.
Okay,
Yeah, to him
okay,
he's a
that's
youth.
okay. All right, okay. Charlie Boy came
Yeah.
out to say that he wasn't ready to quit his 45-year-old
Year-old
marriage. He has invested a lot, and not at this time. All right, and many were feeling that Charlie Boy has now gotten one young girl, one teenager out there to be warming up his blood. So that's what everybody. But Baba has come to debunk that. He said it's not quitting. He said, according to him, are they mad? And of course, he sound mad after going through all these 45 years, right? So there are some points he noted. Yes, he talked about tiredness, and of course we said that earlier. It's one can be tired.
Even in a
One
relationship.
yes, one can be tired. Let's talk about this tiredness. Do you think that one can be tired of a relationship?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, one can be tired in a relationship. There are some situations that might warrant it. And then, naturally, the nature of man doesn't, like, man doesn't stay at a place for a very long time. Like,
Being tired of monotony, wants variety.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way God created man. That's why when you have this today, you want to have another. When you can't be wearing a set of shirts every day. Sometimes you say, let me even go for gown. Let me even try trousers. Let me even, like, your hairdo now. After this one, you might not want to repeat this style again. You will need something else. So naturally, man changes. Man's taste changes with time, and then it's normal. It's normal for someone to be tired in anything. There was a time I got tired of my environment where I grew up from. I was giving birth to there. I grew up there. I schooled in the environment. The whole thing became I was so tired of the environment, and I wanted to change.
No wonder you came to marry Yoruba.
So, but that's not actually what.
Okay. That's a story for another day, right?
So,
Okay.
but actually, one can get tired. Even in a relationship, you can get tired.
Okay.
But then it doesn't mean that when you're tired, there are ways you can make it more
Renew
the strength and then
Okay.
the passion for the marriage. Instead, there are ways you can just do it.
Okay.
Instead of it's not that you're tired and then you give up. No, that you're tired doesn't mean that you give up.
Okay. Moses.
Just like he said, just like Charlie Boy said, he's very right. He was tired doesn't mean that he was giving up, and then people misunderstood it. People felt this man assumptions anyway. People pick people by their ways.
Okay. Marriage. The marriage. Give me that word. Marriage. What are they saying you
relationship.
profess when you go to the altar?
Okay.
Vows.
Marriage vows, yes, says is about forever,
Forever.
and what is it? For better, for
For
worse.
worse.
Now you're saying you can be tired.
Can be tired.
So Moses,
Yeah.
is it possible? What's your view? What's your own view? Is it possible to be tired of the
Good.
marriage, of a relationship?
So okay, I want to answer your question though.
Okay, you're asking question with question.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: what's your best food?
I don't even think I have any best
Okay, sorry.
food,
Do you have a best food?
I don't
Okay,
anymore.
But there are kinds of food, but I can't say it's
No,
like
let me say for somebody who says rice is the best food.
Okay.
Can you eat rice straight for 2 months?
2 months is even too far.
For a week?
Every day. for a
You
week,
can't.
You get tired.
Okay.
You get tired. Even if this is your best cloth, you get tired of it.
Yeah.
You said this is your best car, you get tired of it one day. So there's no how. Being tired of something is natural.
It's natural. Yeah.
Okay.
It's natural for dead to us. It's natural. In marriage, in relationship, there are sometimes you just
Everything in life.
you
Generally.
see,
You can get tired at
you
some
just
point.
feel okay. You just
Let me even rest.
let me just rest. Let me.
Have you ever been
breathe.
tired of something?
I've been tired. I've been tired of.
Several things.
I can name them. I've been tired of food,
You can even be tired of eating
environment.
food, a particular food.
I've been tired of even social media. There was a
So
time
at times
I
comes
had.
you just start
You
feeling
just
bored.
Feeling bored.
But that doesn't mean you
something
want
that
to quit.
excites you.
Yeah,
It's-
something
that
Something
doesn't
that
mean you want
excites
to
you.
quit.
You can get bored at it. So it's natural.
Or sometimes there is a new music. A new music comes out and trending,
It's
and
trending
you see your
after.
spirit is
Before
up.
you know it,
Your
it's
spirit,
catchy, yeah.
your spirit is up.
Before
Yeah.
you know you're.
So,
everybody
before you know
forget
it,
about
it just looks as if that song doesn't exist
It's
anymore. You
dead.
go for something else. But a time will come, that song will just revive
back
again.
again.
Okay.
Being tired in a relationship is natural. It happens. The longer you stay together, the longer you see finish comes in. When you stay together, let me say now you stay together with the person. See finish like
You've known everything
about the person.
You know the next action the person will take.
you can
when an issue
predict.
comes up.
You
can
predict
the person.
the person's life.
Okay, let me throw this question. Is it possible there's somebody you're in love with? Is it possible for you to like everything about this person 100%?
It is not even up to 90%.
It's possible. Depending on it's possible. If
That is where tolerance comes in, please.
okay, let me put
Is it
that
possible
way.
that you like just everything?
It might not be everything.
You can't
But
love
it's
anything.
not like-
That's the
you
question
can
I
like
asked.
the
I
majority.
said,
You can't-
is
you-
it possible to like everything? This person is
can't.
somebody you love.
Yeah.
Is it possible to like everything?
Of course, no human being is perfect. Even God, we are imperfect beings, all of us, whether you're man, you're woman. The fact is, but there are some people you can love, majorly, almost some percentage. Anyway, I can't say 100%. But you can't love everything. There might be one defect.
Yes, you love this person. This is
Yeah.
okay. But there's something about this person you don't like.
Yeah.
Maybe the shape of his head. Maybe the way he talks. Alright, maybe he's just too bulky in some areas.
Yeah.
But there are some things that are there that you just know that keeps you
Going.
going. Okay, the
Going,
way
yeah,
he
just
talks
it, yeah.
is caring. Okay, he's clever. Alright, he can protect me.
Yeah.
All
A lot
that.
of things.
This side,
That-
her
that's
mouth
tolerance.
smells. This one, but this other area just has to cover up for this
For
one
the others,
I
yeah.
don't like. So, meaning that this aspect that you don't like sometimes can pop up their head
Yes, from time
and
to time.
and get you tired.
Yes.
And get you tired. But that doesn't make you hate this
Hate it.
person.
No.
Never.
Doesn't make you hate this person. It's just a period. That period you may be emotional about it,
Sure.
but after a while it just
And you
goes
come back.
up and you continue your normal life again. But if you are someone who is not mature, who has not really dealt with your mind, at that period you can misbehave.
And
At
complain.
that period, either of the parties can take solace either of the parties may decide to take solace in
Outside.
third parties.
Yeah,
All right, and that's not the best
that's not the best.
for that time, because as that time you are creating a wide gap.
Yeah.
All right, so you can talk it over, or you can give some space for that period. And he mentioned that
Yes.
Yeah.
he talked about space.
Space.
Space. Okay, how can we give ourselves space when we feel all these emotions? How can we handle it? How can we handle it?
Right.
Charlie Boy says space is important in
Yes,
marriage. That
it
is part of the things you can use to keep your marriage.
Marriage.
It looks ironical because some of many young ones, especially in the Christendom, we feel that we have to be sleeping in the same room, we have to be eating the same food, we are bath in the same bathroom, go everywhere together all the time. After a while, you start choking this person if you
Yeah.
want to give him space. So you don't give her or him space. All right, this is somebody from a different background. There is a way she does things where she's coming from. Well, we only have to at some point compromise for each other, compromise this little, compromise this area to just to fit in into each other.
Yeah.
All right, everything you are doing now is not absolutely what pleases you, but there are some areas you need to bend, adjust because of your husband.
Yeah.
All right, so this space, how do we give space when we talk about space? How do we do it? How do we go about
Actually,
it?
when we talk about space in marriage, men have a way of giving themselves space.
Okay.
Yeah, a normal man, there are sometimes they feel like you just get locked up. I used to, before I got married, I read it in a book, I heard people talking about it, but I thought it was a joke until I started experiencing it. There are sometimes, there's sometimes that my husband will just feel like, I just want to be alone. He just don't want to talk at that point. And you know, we women, we talk, and
He's
then-
being a man.
then, yeah, he's been a man. That's the way I feel. That's the way they give themselves
That's not it.
space. It should be part of
That's
it.
not part of it.
It's
It's
part of it.
You respect somebody.
It's
You
part
don't
of
say
it.
it's part. You're not married me yet.
I know what I'm speaking about.
She is married.
All right.
Don't say it's
All
not.
right.
That's her own opinion, please.
All right.
So if they have this way of giving themselves space. Sometimes they'll just be, you can just be almost a whole day. You'll just feel like, let me just be myself.
Okay.
You even at that point, anything you're saying is not entering. They will not even listen to you. They might even react negatively to you, or they will. If for my husband, I would like, I just want to be. That's where you just put it, and then by that time, a lot of things is just going on in their mind. It's either they are ruminating over some things, or no, a man has to have to be a man, or sometimes it might not even be that he's thinking about anything. He just wanted to rest. He don't need any distraction, any interruption.
Okay.
Then I feel that's a way of giving space. Then there are other ways a man in a relationship you can also give space. Like go for a what's it called, a tour, or like it's not everything is not about the family. Space might not be that you leave your family for 2 weeks. I know that's what some people will have in mind. So there are ways that you can just try to even leave some things about family and think of something else. If it is going out to see something else, like see nature, go for a tour, visit some places, see some life outside, family, wife, children, food, house rent, all those family palaver. So I feel that will help both the man and the woman.
All right. Moses, what's your opinion on space? How do we give space
You know,
in relationship?
in space in relationship, you've seen scenarios whereby a man and a woman is having an issue, husband or wife having an issue, and the man does drive out. That's space.
Is that not
space.
working out?
That's not working out. Because if
Yes.
the man should stay, something else might happen. So for him to avoid any more friction, he just have to leave. Now that is if there is a friction in the marriage, if there is trouble in the marriage. But if it's just normal, okay, I've seen too much of you. Let's you and the children go for this vacation. let me go and stay with my old buddies, or you go for this and you go for this. But you see, why it's going to be hard is because most of the times understanding, and most people they feel if they are not with their husband for like a week, it's trouble. They will start thinking, he has gone to see this girl. So all those fear comes in. But it's
That's
not
in a relationship
even,
where there is no
no,
trust.
even where there is trust. Even where there is trust.
If there is trust, there won't be fear of.
Good, thank you. Now you said it all. So if your husband now says, okay, honey, I want to go out with my friends and like stay a week with my friends in Abuja. You stay here, or you can go and stay with your mom, or you go for a vacation somewhere. Will you be worried?
As long as it's going for something meaningful, I don't have any problem with it.
Thank you.
After all, my
So
husband
that
is always
is,
with me and I'm fine.
you see, that is the way you started.
It's because I know the kind of man I'm married to. That
Thank you.
this thing starts with understanding.
Yes.
In marriage, there must be proper understanding. If there's no understanding, there will be trouble. There will be frictions. So this thing is all about know who you're married to, and then there are some men naturally they cheat. It's true. Men they will say they're going for something else, some will go for something else. And then for
Oh,
if you're married
God.
to such a man, there will be suspicion,
Mm.
there will be distrust,
Mm.
and then frictions and here and there will be coming in. That shakings will then happen.
You're
So what I'm
saying,
trying to say is it depends on the kind of person you're married
you're saying men naturally. Do you believe your husband cheats? Oh,
to. My own husband
doesn't cheat. So
because
say
I know him.
you know him, so you can't generalize that men normally cheat. Please don't
Most
say
men,
that.
let me not say men.
Don't say most men, few men, please.
Yeah, no, it's not
Few men, not most.
I feel women are still more faithful
No,
in relationship
You
than
just say few
than
men, not most men.
looking at our society today.
I'm not standing on the facts. I'm not.
Please,
Please,
thank God you.
I know both parts cheat.
No, both
Both
parts
parties
cheat.
Both parts
anyway.
cheat.
Anyway,
So,
but it's as if we see men more.
I don't.
It's just that that's of women. They are still diplomatic about it.
Yes.
They don't flaunt it like men.
Yeah, they don't.
Because you know you have a husband. If you want to have extra affair, you do it secretly. Nobody will know. So only few is known. So both actually,
Vice versa.
yes, both
But-
actually.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a cogent point,
Yeah.
which is understanding. When it comes to giving space, we all need it at one particular time or the other. But I think it should be well planned.
Yeah.
Be well planned, yes. If you understand both other, it depends on the way you build your relationship.
That's just it.
It depends on the way you build your relationship. If I decide that I am getting bored, it doesn't mean I don't want you anymore.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't love you anymore.
Yeah.
But I just need to take break, and maybe we don't always have to travel together. We don't always this time around you can go and visit your mom while I go visit my brother or visit my family.
Friends or family.
Yes, we may not travel to my family together. All right, this time around I can decide to go alone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sometimes when maybe one of the parties is on business trip, the other one can decide to even take a break, go somewhere, look for an hotel,
Free yourself.
stay somewhere,
Enjoy yourself.
stay somewhere. Even there are sometimes like that. There are sometimes like that. I take a break. I can just go to a serene place.
Yeah.
I'll be there for 3 days. Even if you're not married, there are sometimes you just need a break. You need a change of the environment. And you don't want that stressful long journey. So just look for a serene place. You'll be there. If you are somebody who prays a lot, if you're somebody who prays, you'll be there praying. And that's what I do. Sometimes when I get so bored with my environment, everything is noisy, I can't think. I just maybe have been consistently in that environment for 6 months, a year. I just take a break. I find a serene place. In periods like this, I don't want a noisy place.
Yeah.
I want a serene
Yeah,
place.
fine by
I
that.
go there, yes. I may decide to lodge. I'll lodge somewhere quiet. I'll be there for 3 days. And after 3 days, I come back. By the time I come back, I'm refreshed.
Yeah.
I reflect, I can think, I can replan. I can then the energy to pursue my goals come back again. So there is nothing wrong with space. We having space in a relationship. As a matter of fact, this space even helps to build your marriage, because those spaces, those times that you are supposed to be having cracker and issues, the space in between has blown it off.
Yeah.
It's just like a breath of fresh air blown over it, then come back again.
to the journey.
Yes. So Charlie Boy also mentioned that both parties should learn how to speak. Yes, you
That
speak
is-
your mind.
That's
out.
very,
Yes,
that's
speak
very
out.
hard.
Yes, speak.
But
This
it's
is
hard.
how I feel. I'm just feeling tired right now. It depends on the way you build
Communication,
your marriage. I'm
understanding.
just feeling tired right now, and I feel that I should I should relax a bit. I need to travel, but of course you need to know your partner.
That's it.
You need to know your partner. There's some partners. Your partner determines how you present this. Yes, is some partner. Okay, you just plan the trip. Once you go together, no, you have to do this, do this. Of course, if it's someone you've always been doing everything together, you don't travel without her, you don't travel without him. You want to travel this time around, she may feel that something is fishy. All right, but you have to look for a way of presenting it.
Yeah.
And of course, you know where you're going. It's not as if you're going there to mess up or to meet anyone. All you want to do is you just need,
Free yourself.
all right, you need a relief. All you want is a relief. All right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, and I don't even know. Okay, I don't know. All right, welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are still on Your Opinion and on May TV. We've been talking about Charlie Boy's 45-year-old marriage and the information he gave the other week. And he has come out also to shed more light on the perceived divorce. All right, yes. And aside that, he was able also to give some nuggets about marriage, which we have been talking about. Yes, it is possible and helpful to have space. Yes, at least each partner also, when coming into the marriage, these are the things to talk about. Think a lot of partners don't talk about these things. Yes, they don't talk about these things, and that's why there is problem. There's so many things you need to talk about. You need to talk about sex, talk about children, number of children, talk about your space. Yes, talk about your finances. Are you going to be having a separate account or a joint account? How do you want to be funding your marriage? How do you want to fund children's school fees? How do you want to what kind of house apartment do you want to live? Where do you want to build your house? Then how do you treat family? How often should family come to your house? Are you going to allow third parties to live in your house? Cousins, brothers, are you going to allow them to be in your house? Or will you engage domestic workers to work with you? So all these things, if they are discussed properly at the beginning of the relationship, there will be no problem. You will just come in with the same understanding, except for little compromises, little amendments that you have to that you have to make.
Yeah.
All right, so it is, you wanted to say something? It is
Yes.
possible to be tired, and when you are tired, what do? For a mature person, you create that space. But how long should that space be? That's it. When we say space, how long should the space
It
be?
shouldn't be so long.
All right.
To avoid other things coming up.
Okay.
You know, just to avoid distraction. If there's long space in a relationship, there will be distraction. There will be distraction, definitely.
The long space can change into a breakup.
Yes, can turn to a breakup if care is not taken. So that's why I say there are ways you can even create space even without moving out. For people that don't believe in I have to go somewhere else, my husband have to go somewhere else. There's a way you can manage it. For people that don't believe in I don't want him or her to be left in a place I don't know or a place I'm not too sure of what he or she is doing. Okay, you can create the space in your house if you wish. Then yes,
No,
it's possible. It does.
So,
I'm speaking out of experience.
I know you're speaking out of experience, but to me, I don't really accept that. Because when you start creating space in the house,
The space I mean doesn't mean you will not greet yourself.
no,
Or
not
you will
greeting.
not-
Okay, space in the house, as in how?
What I mean is, you can decide to. I've told you. I've
Lock up
explained it
yourself
before.
in
Like,
a room.
in a
Not
room?
really
And
lock
don't
up yourself
talk.
in a
Or
room.
Do it together.
Okay, how?
No.
Let's
Let me
let's
explain.
hear.
I've said it before.
Okay.
A man can just decide to I just want to be. I don't want to discuss anything. I don't want to. let me
Like
just
you don't
be.
want to talk.
I don't want to talk. And
With
then
the
the person
wife.
can just
Then-
go to
Then
the,
you just come in.
go to the veranda. sit
Hello, honey.
down, greeting and
You take your Bible,
No,
or you
it's
go and
not
read.
like
You go and
that.
sit at the
No,
veranda.
People are not
While it's
understanding
in the
me at all.
sitting room,
It's-
or if it's in the sitting room, you go to the backyard.
You go to the backyard.
No.
That is space.
you go to
That's
the yard.
what you was telling
See,
us.
in a relation, what keeps marriage going is communication, especially when there is no children, or even if there are children. Okay. Let me say, in a case where the children are running up and down the house, it might not work. Do you understand? But if it is where it's just the man and the woman, yes, it's possible. You can just decide to greet. It's not as if you will not greet, you will not talk if there's need to talk.
Okay.
But not like engaging yourselves in long conversation or family matters, family issues. Food.
So for
This
a while,
one.
you just live like co-tenants for a while. You just live like co-tenants for a
That's-
while.
Even if you don't do it, men have a way of naturally doing it. If you don't worry, when you get married, you understand what
No,
I'm saying.
I'm a man.
Like you're a man. There are sometimes you just want to be quiet. You don't want anything.
Then I will go out.
That's
It's
what I'm
better.
saying.
It's better. Let me. I'm a guy.
It's either
and
you go out of
that
the house for that
You're a
time.
guy. You
I
might
mean,
as well
But
be
you
a
will still
girl.
return the same day. It's not that you're going for a break or you're going for a vacation somewhere.
Yes, I understand
That's
you.
the point I'm trying to make.
I
The
understand
man
you.
or the woman can decide to leave the house for the time.
Yes.
But not that you're traveling. You will still come back the same day.
That is it. That's why I said there are sometimes you
And
just.
then in the home, even if you
leave.
don't feel like going out, since there's no problem, it's not as if there's a challenge in the marriage. Unless there's a challenge and you feel like, let me even leave this person. I don't want to see you for now. That one is a different going out would be the best. But if you feel like your environment, if your house is conducive and you have some areas where there's cool areas in your compound, your environment where you can go out and see fresh air alone, you can do that.
And your wife will be in the same house.
The wife can be inside doing something else.
doing something else.
Yes, now.
What if she's not doing something else?
We won't always be together at the same time.
Well, I think space
please.
is better off described as being apart
Apart.
for a while.
For a while,
For a
not
while,
being
like
in
how
the
long?
house.
For a while. I don't know. It
At
depends
least
on the parties.
A week or
For
two.
example, someone
A
who
week
is
or two.
traveling,
That's
someone who is traveling abroad, you can't expect him to travel just 1 week. He may be gone for a month.
Space, like
He may be gone for a month, and if he's traveling to his hometown, maybe like 2,000 or 3,000 miles away, you don't expect him to come the following day.
It's like I now when I want to travel to my village, I won't be expected to come back the next day.
Okay,
So
so
that one
sometimes
is a different type of.
the space may be during Christmas period when you're supposed to be traveling together. This one is going the other way. You're going the other way. Then by the time you come back, everybody is renewed.
You know,
Depends on
When
their
you're
needs.
feeling that you're having issues, and most times, most both parties may be aware that they're having issues.
Yes.
And most sometimes also it's only one person that is perceiving it. The other person
the other
doesn't
person
even
doesn't even know that there's a
know.
problem.
Person doesn't even know. And sometimes the other person is dying emotionally because of that particular
That's when a
thing.
man
And
is
it
trying to
may
be a
not
man.
not just the man now.
Even
I'm
the
talking
women.
about the partner. Somebody is dying silently over an issue she cannot express. All right. So at that period, she may need to have a break. We need to, that issues as small as snoring can be a problem. Snoring, yes, snoring can be, and then it may be that okay, one of the partner is hyper, is demand sex excessively, or somebody the other one may feel that she is not getting the right satisfaction
Mm.
that she expects. That, and after all, we're in this marriage. We're in this marriage for better, for worse, and we have to make it work. So an adult coming into marriage must decide to make it work. You anticipate that we will have problems. So if these problems come, how do I handle it? Does it mean that I will rush out of the marriage? That is why a lot are rushing in and rushing out when they just have little
Yeah.
little hitch
Misunderstanding and
little hitch like that. They just come out and start blowing it up in the air. Of course, those ones are immature. That's the best word for them. They're immature. How can you have a relationship with someone, then you come out on social media? Hey, he can't perform in bed. That's why I had to quit.
no, he said something
that's
about
the job.
about this. Also, he said something about communication, and he said most marriages is they just meet each other, undergo courtship, and get married. They are not like friends. When you marry your friend, the difference is you will see the difference from the person that they just do courtship and try to know each other and get married. If it's your friend, like let me say a bestie, now you get married to a bestie, from the beginning, you already like he knows you, you know the person, you don't hide anything. When you're down, he knows like you're down.
When you're a
when you-
bit withdrawn,
he
you
knows
find
all
out
those
what
things,
is going on. Yeah.
and you are open. When you're open, that's what he said. He said you need to speak out. That's when you can only speak out when he's your friend.
Yeah, somebody that understands you.
When he's your friend, there are sometimes you'll be worried and there are some things you can't tell your partner, but there's a friend out there you can confide it. So he must learn to, like, you guys should like be friends. They should be both of them, the partners should be friends so they can communicate better. Because everything in this life is communication. For it to work,
Yeah, and if there's
it's
proper
communication.
even the break will not be an issue.
even for them to like go for the
Even
break
if,
will
even
not
if
be
you're
an issue
traveling 2
separately,
weeks,
or
it
even
won't
they
be an
want.
issue.
It won't be an issue because you guys can still connect on phone.
Yeah.
So the real base of every relationship is friendship. If you don't start from the friendship zone and try to grow it from that way, you just mean, I like
and
this
for-
girl.
And for Charlie Boy to have grown
A
been in
fo-
marriage
for
for
45 years.
you should know that the man is not.
It's not a baby.
He's not a baby. And he really meant what he said.
Yes.
For him to say like, how will people imagine me? Even if I want to break up,
Will it be on social media? A 45 years.
So,
marriage.
the man is really correct because they have really done a great work. 45 years is enough, a good number of years.
Oh, thank you so much. We have come to the end of our discussion today. What's your opinion on space in marriage? Charlie Boy says space is important in marriage, and that's one of the reasons is having emotions that made him to come and cry out. All right. So, you have to be open. Let your partner know what you feel. And for you out there watching, what's your opinion on space and marriage? Let's have your comments. Also, I would like you to please subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. We need you to subscribe so that you can keep having videos from us. Don't forget also to turn on your notification button, like and share our channel. Thank you so much and see you again next time.